love, I know you won't like this. Mom's here.
What did she come for this time?
I'm not sure. Does she ever have a good reason for coming around?
I'm so sick of her barging into our home whenever she likes.
Breathe, my love. I'll take care of this, okay?
That would be so awesome. But are you sure you will be able to make her leave?
I'll make sure she leaves today. Of course, I'm always the one making her leave each time she comes around.
Each one of those times I was standing right behind you and giving you moral support.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what you think it does, which is that you have a soft spot for your mom.
But it doesn't mean that I let her do anything she wants.
I know, and that's one of the reasons I adore you, my darling. You stand up to her to protect our marriage and our home. But your resolve weakens whenever she gets sad and looks like she's on the brink of one of her fake tears.
How am I supposed to know it's a fake tear? It looks pretty real to me.
And that's a weapon she knows she can use to get her way. But whenever I'm around, that doesn't work.
Oh, I think I understand now. You're a woman, so you can't fall for another woman's antics.
It's not really about that. She's not my mom. She's yours. You have an emotional attachment to her that I don't have. So I can act more logically than you can when it comes to her.
You're right, I'm her only son, and ever since Dad passed away a decade ago, she became so reliant on me.
Reliant is a kind word. Try obsessed. She'll practically make you her new husband if she could. The only difference is that you'll sleep in separate rooms.
I wish I could argue that what you just said isn't true, but I know you're correct. Her attachment to me made me so uncomfortable that I chose to attend college in a faraway state, so I could get away from her. Yet, I always felt guilty about running away from her like that, so I came home every summer holiday to spend time with her. I think the major mistake I made was settling down in a place that's an hour's train ride away from her. We should have settled down in a place much farther away from here. I'm pretty sure she would have hardly come over. And whenever she wants to, she would have to tell us first, or we would invite her.
Hey, it's not your fault. You did your best to establish boundaries since your college days, but she's ignoring all of them.
Exactly. She's my mom. I love her, but she's frustrating me. I got a good job in the city. Was I supposed to turn it down because of her?
Absolutely not. Honestly, her visits wouldn't have bothered me if she wasn't so... I'm struggling to find a word that isn't rude or offensive. If she were nice and easygoing, we wouldn't have a problem with her coming whenever she wants to. But then, 9 out of 10 times, she comes around unannounced and uninvited, and proceeds to nitpick on how we run our own home.
She's always been like that with me. She wants me to do things the way she likes.
You're a grown man, not a child. You shouldn't have to bend to her wishes. Neither of us have to. She even claims that I don't take care of you, as if I were living with a 2-year-old. Whichever way I look at it, it's clear that she wants you to herself.
I love when you say that.
Never, honey. You belong with me.
I hope you've been settling into Texas well.
It's been nice. I'm adjusting and I've started work. I don't want to stay out of town longer than I have to.
Don't worry about that. Just focus and do a good job. I'll get Mom to leave the house long before you return.
I trust you. Kisses. I miss you so much, honey. I think I'm going to cry.
Why would you cry? Is something going on?
It's so hot here and I just feel so homesick. You're my home, you know?
I'm close to blushing. I really am.
Now, that's a sight I'd love to see.
Did you hear about the kidnapping at the park?
There was a kidnapping at the park? That's awful. What happened?
They woke up.
Hold on a second. Was that a joke?
Yes, here's another one. Why did the bicycle fall over?
I know this one. Because it was too tired.
You don't want to cry anymore, right?
No, I don't want to. Thanks for cheering me up.
That's what I'm here for. Focus on finishing your work well. My arms miss holding you.
Aw, sure. Everything is okay with you, right?
Oh yes, everything is control.
That was too bright. Is there something going on that you're not telling me?
Well, it's not a big deal.
Tell me.
Mom hasn't left yet. She's still around and has been making herself at home in her son's home, which she considers hers too by extension.
Uh-oh. What did you do? How could you let her stay in my absence?
I'm so sorry. You're right. I wasn't tough enough to make her leave. She got all teary-eyed and I softened.
I'm not blaming you. At least, I'm trying not to. She's your mother and you care about her. But she really has to leave today. I'm so terrified that if she stays there one more night, she'll make herself a permanent fixture, and that will be a nightmare.
She can't stay permanently. She only came with a few things.
Harvey,
Sorry, honey.
thank you. Your mom may not stay permanently after tonight, but she'll strongly start thinking about it, and asking her to leave would be even tougher. She might even create a huge scene.
That is true. I have an idea.
Go ahead.
I want to tell her that I'm traveling for work, but instead I'll rent a hotel for the night. What do you think?
That plan will take both of you out of the house.
At least she'll be out. She won't stay here without me. I won't let her even if she wants to. And she doesn't know I'm returning tomorrow.
If that's the only way, go ahead and do it. It's a good plan.
Thank you.
I'm just sad that we have to resort to methods like this because of your mother. It's uncomfortable and costs money.
It does, downside of having a mom who doesn't know boundaries. I'll put the plan in motion now.
Okay, catch you later.
I returned from my son's home yesterday evening after a 2-day visit. You weren't there.
Yes, I'm out of town for a few weeks. It's for a big contract for an interior designing project.
Where are you exactly?
Dallas, Texas.
That's pretty far away. Who are you with?
The design team.
What are you working on?
A set of apartments.
So you've been out of town for a few weeks.
That's what I said early on.
Don't you dare get smart with me. If I ask you a question, answer me.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you, ma'am. I was clarifying what I already said.
Whatever. When will you return?
In a week or thereabout.
You cannot say when specifically?
I can't.
Why not? Are you messing with me right now?
Interior designing can tend to be unpredictable. We have a time frame to finish everything, but sometimes we finish later if something comes up.
I know you're betting on something coming up.
No, I'm not. Why would you say so?
You want to spend more time with your lovers. Yes, I know what you've been up to. A woman like you has no value for a man like my son. All you do is hop from one man to the next.
Do you have any evidence of what you're talking about?
What do I need evidence for? I don't need it when it's staring me in the face already. You traveled as far as Texas to meet up with your lovers, and you're covering up with your useless work.
I don't deserve these insults you're hurling at me. Please stop.
I will not stop speaking the truth. My son might view you through rose-colored glasses, but I'm not him. I'm his mother, and I'll protect him from you. I will not let some cheap whore maltreat him and make him unhappy.
I can see that you didn't stop by to check on my well-being.
Why would I care about your well-being? You're nothing to me.
I see.
In fact, you're worth less than the dust beneath my feet.
Interesting.
You're like an insect not worth my time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, my love, how are you feeling?
Much better. It's lunch break now. I went out to eat at that restaurant I like that's close to my office.
Good. Do you still feel nauseous?
Not really. The nausea is subsiding.
Thank God. Soon the morning sickness will be a thing of the past.
Absolutely. This is the part of the first trimester of pregnancy that sucks.
Yeah, if only you hadn't gotten sick on Saturday when Mom came around. We could have kept her in the dark longer about your pregnancy.
She was bound to find out anyway. I'm glad it's out. We hid the news for nearly 2 months. We did well.
I was fuming so hard when she arrived at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Who comes to someone's home at 8 a.m. on any Saturday, uninvited?
Your mother. She nearly ruined the romantic day that we planned to have.
Can't believe that she came with ingredients to make my special food. I hardly enjoy that meal.
Why then did she want to make it for you all of a sudden?
2 nights before that Saturday, she mentioned to me over the phone that she missed having the meal. Then I asked her to make it. I didn't mention anything about me craving the meal. Next thing I know, she's over at my house at an unholy hour trying to make the meal she wants in my home and tagging it my special food.
It's okay, honey. Just breathe. Don't let her get to you.
I tried my best that day to be diplomatic instead of outrightly saying, leave my home. You saw how I suggested places for her to go.
I was there. I saw.
I suggested the water park, Zumba classes, and the golf course. She said none of those places appealed to her. Can you imagine that she brightly smiled at me and said she only wanted to be where I am?
I don't have to imagine. I was there.
Woman, I don't want to be where you are. I just want to be with my wife in privacy. I wish I told her like this in blunt words.
You didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Unfortunately, you got sick and had to throw up in the bathroom. Mom got suspicious, so we told her the truth that we're expecting.
She got so mad. I thought she'd be happy. It's her grandchild, after all. She may not like me, but the baby is innocent.
Yeah, she said that at 28 years old, I'm still a baby and too young to be a father.
That part pissed me off so much.
And she said worse things about you. How dare she say the baby you're carrying isn't mine? I lost it after hearing that. I ordered her out of our home.
She saw your thunderous expression and left quickly. Thank you for standing up for me that way.
You are my wife. Of course I'll do that. Have your lunch now. I'll go have mine.
You. It's your fault that my son is giving me the silent treatment. You're an old woman of 33 years old who seduced my baby, and now you're trying to tear our relationship apart. I won't let you. You have no self-respect. You're cheap and you're using my son's youth. Everything about you is trash.
Harvey wouldn't like it if he knew that you were talking to me like this.
The only way Harvey would know is if you open your big mouth and tell him. Even now, you want to hide behind my son instead of facing me squarely, woman to woman. All you do is run to my poor baby for cover instead of facing your fights.
Okay, I've had it with you. Harvey ended up with an old woman like me because of you. He scared off all the younger girls Harvey used to date. He was emotionally distraught and nearly went down the playboy lane to protect his heart. But I showed up and I stood my ground against you.
You're lying. I believe none of what you said.
Suit yourself. I'm off now. I'm busy.
I know that you'll be returning from your maternity leave in a few days. Don't bother returning to my son's house because it's my house now, and you're not welcome. If you dare to show your face here, I'll make your life a living hell, so you better not return.
Good day to you too. What do you mean by Harvey's house being your house now?
It's exactly what I said. I moved in, and I already made some big changes.
You know the passcode to the house?
Of course. Or do you think I'm stupid? All those times it was just me and Harvey at home? I took note of it when he keyed it in. About those changes I made? You'll hate them, LOL. I redecorated the bedrooms, especially the one you shared with my son. I've taken out all of your things from there, so it's just his things remaining.
What did you do to my things?
That's a fun question. I sold everything, so there's nothing for you to return to. Selling your stuff fetched good money that helped my redecorating endeavor.
No.
Yes, girl. You and that bastard son of yours will not live in this house with me and my son. Once I talk some sense into Harvey, he'll see things my way.
How dare you call Harvey's son a bastard? I can arrange for a DNA test to prove you wrong.
I don't care about a DNA test. Remain in your parents' house that you ran to when the time arrived for you to give birth. You also took my son with you and forced him into an extended leave from work that he didn't want.
Harvey works remotely. His company granted him permission to do so for 3 months.
I don't care. Your days of controlling my son are over. Sweetie, why are you not coming home? I've been waiting.
I stopped by a few days ago and picked up the things I needed, then I left.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming? I must have stepped out. Where did you go?
I have a wife and a child. They're my family. Wherever they are is where I'll be.
Why are you talking like this? I'm your family, the real one. Your home is with me. Come home.
No, Mom, I won't. You hijacked my home, discarded my wife's things, and turned the place upside down? How can I bear to live in a place like that anymore?
It's your home, and I made it better.
I didn't ask you to. Why can't you let me live my life, and why do you treat my family badly? I'm sick of you intruding into my affairs. I have 2 older sisters, and You have 2 daughters beside me. You never bother about them. Channel some of the energy you direct at me at them. They might appreciate it. As for me, I feel so suffocated.
Please, don't say that. You are my whole world.
Find another world.
What is this? Why are my things outside and the door lock has changed?
Oh, is that so?
Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what's going on.
Okay, let's say I do. It changes nothing. What's done is done.
What's that supposed to mean?
I would expect that since you hijacked someone else's home, you'd change the passcode at least. Why didn't you?
My baby could have had a change of heart and come back unexpectedly when I'm out of the house. I didn't want him stranded. Now explain to me exactly what's going on.
We sold that house. You better take your things and leave quickly, or else security might show up and throw you out.
This is unbelievable. Harvey would never do that to me. Where is he staying?
We got another place that we are never telling you about.
Oh no, I have nowhere else to go. I ended my rental contract in my old house before moving in here. Harvey has to help me. You'll ask him to help me, right? Right? Please?
Harvey couldn't stand to see his mother stranded, so he sent her money to get a new place. She kept calling him continuously and crying that she missed him so much. In those calls, she hurled heavy insults at me and the baby that angered Harvey. The anger gave him the strength he needed to cut her out of his life completely. He still sends some upkeep money, but there's no communication between them at all. As for our family, we are happy and enjoying peace.